Hello everyone, my name is Dewa Bungarisandani and I want to explain about the mixed methods. The one type of the mixed method. Number one, exploration design. In the design, research first use qualitative method to discover important variable underlying phenomena of the increase and to inform the second method, qualitative. This type of the design of over used to creating questionnaire or the rating scales designed to measure various topic of interest. In an exploratory design, the result of the qualitative step profit described to the qualitative methods, and the qualitative result are used to validate or expand the qualitative feeding. Data analysis in the exploratory design is split according to the first research types, qualitative, and the second research type, qualitative. To triangulation design. In triangulation design, research about qualitative and qualitative method to study and understand phenomena to determine whether there conflict on the single understanding of the research problem being investigated. If not, then the research source explore where the two methods provide different picture. Qualitative and quantitative methods are keep similarities. Priority, and the data is collection simultaneously. Data can be analyzed together to separately. When analyzed together, data from qualitative research many have to be converted into qualitative. Qualitative data or data might have to be converted into qualitative data if the data is analyzed separately, the conflicts or differences or the result will the discuss. Explanatory designs. In the design, research first carry out the qualitative method and they use qualitative method to follow up and refer qualitative feeding. There are two types data where analysis separately and the result the qualitative analysis where use the research to explain the result and qualitative research. These research are usually featured in school research, namely random assessments to students to teacher. The mind feeding was the one teacher assessment significantly greater increase and achievement without grouping, where the other the teacher achievement rate increase the achievement without grouping. Mixed-Menthod issue. Advocacy less a factor that be used the categories mixed-method design the practice of absence of the advocacy less. The advocacy less occur when the researchers were few implemented that the purpose of the research is a advocate from the influence treatment of the research participant in the work objects of the research. Qualitative research usually the purposing sampling where the research deliberately selects participants who are informed or have the experiences. Research deliberately selects participants who are information to experiences with the central concept being investigate. Usually samples are small, meaning the small number of the individual can provide allot the detail in the depth information that cannot be obtained by the large sample. Qualitative research usually want to select individual how the reception of a large population so that the result can be generalized to the population. Generally, a random sampling strategy is preferred, but after this is not possible, especially in education setting. So, conventional, systematic, or purpose sampling should be used. Be repetition, suggests, and accurate. Sample size are usually much larger and this qualitative study. Mixed model study. In the single study, this might involve first an experimental study, followed by the qualitative data collection, followed by quantitative analysis of the data, after which it has been converted into number. Is mixed method of research both quantitative and qualitative approach to research can be addressed in X of the three stages of the research process. Type of inquiry: confirmatory, usually quantitative, versus exploratory, usually qualitative. Quantitative data collection and operation versus qualitative data collection and operation. Statistical analysis and inference versus qualitative analysis, and inference. Eden, Takakori, and Detleti use their determination to create the classification system for mixed-method research. It is clear that this is a more complicated system from classified research design, and it allows some complementation of the research passages are very rare in the practice. And in mixed-method study have a staff connotation. Develop a clear rationale from doing a mixed-method study. Research must ask themselves first why both quantitative and qualitative methods are needed to investigate the problem at the heart. If the reasons are not clear, a research conduction with the mixed method may not be operated. Develop research question from both the qualitative and quantitative methods. In our research, the nature of the research question or questions will determine the type of design to be used. Many research questions can be answered use one or both quantitative and qualitative research technique. Describe if a mixed method study is feasible. Mixed method study by their very nature requires researchers of research time expressed in both quantitative and qualitative research methods. In this rarely, that a single individual will have all the necessary skill necessary to conduct mixed-method research study. Determine the mixed-method design most appropriate to the research question or question. A triangulation design approach where research tries to see whether quantitative and qualitative method combined to one method of understanding phenomena. Explanatory design is applied if one wants to use qualitative data as exploited the feeding of a quantitative study. Explanatory design are applied when one more tries to first identify relative variables that might underlie the phenomena and then study and relationship between these variables, or when information united to achieve the distinct quantitative exploitation, collection and analysis the data. The data collection analysis products described early in this text and operated from the Mixed-Menthod study, depending on the specific method used. The difference is that two different types of data collection and analysis, sometimes questionably, as in exploited and explanatory design, exploitation. Triangulation. A design might also involve first confiding one type of data another, as when mentioned early, the confrontation of qualitative data and quantitative data in called quantization, where up the result in manner correlation with the design being used. Is writing up the visual Mixed-Menthod study why in the which data usually collection and analysis integrated in triangulation design but integrated separately from the explanatory and experimentation design. Evaluation Mixed-Menthod learning. Evaluation is directly from the research, not just Mixed-Menthod research. However, considering the Mixed-Menthod research involves comparing different methods, it is over particularly important here. Due to the fact the Mixed-Menthod research always involves quantitative and qualitative data and over two different approaches the data collection. Evaluation of the such study is over different. However, X method should be evaluation according to the correctly with the subjects and used with the other methods. Is good Mixed-Menthod research the two methods should complement each other on answer different sub-question related to the large research question addressed by the study. Sometimes research will the collection quantitative or qualitative data, but it will not play a role in answering any of the important research questions. In their case, data merely adaptation, mere because research likes such as data, and the project is not strictly Mixed-Menthod approaches. Next, example Mixed-Menthod study. Research title: Evaluation of the literacy improvement program at blah 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 middle school. Research purpose: combining qualitative and quantitative data evaluation the effectiveness of a literacy improvement program at blah 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 middle school. Research step. 1. Research design. Choose a mixed research design with a explanatory sequential approach. The first phase of quantitative data collection which will followed by quantitative data collection phases. 2. Quantitative data collection. Collects quantitative data by giving literally text a student before the after program. Survey meaning research and student presentation of the program where the also collection. 3. Quantitative data analysis. Quantitative data analysis can involve comparison between literary text score before and after program using statistical text. Survey analysis can provide insights to literature and student view of the program. 4. Qualitative data collection. Conducts interview with the number of teachers, students, and peers to get an in-depth understanding of their experience with the literary program. Analysis interview with a qualitative approach to identify emerging patterns and themes. 5. Visual education. Compress quantitative research to holistically understand the effectiveness and literary program. Have checked the literacy, the score been operated with a better understanding of the program impacts. Last conclusion. Conclude the where the literary improved a program at the blah 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 middle school in successful from the need improvement. Private recommendation based on the mixed feeding from the board's approach. With the Mixed-Menthod approach like this, research can provide a more completed picture of the success of the literary program. Literary program in the school, not only the time of number, quantitative, but also from the perspective in individual experiences and presentation qualitative. Okay, this is the explain about the Mixed-Menthod study. I hope you understand with my explain, and thank you. And I have example for types Mixed-Menthod. The number 1 Mixed-Menthod exploration design. The following is example of a Mixed-Menthod exploration research design is called a research objective have the title to explore the impact of using technology in mathematics learning in secondary school, and have a research type step. Number 1 qualitative phases. Method have a method semi-structured interview with teacher and student, classroom observation, and document analysis. Step 2 in qualitative participants have 10 mathematics teacher and 20 students from the 2 different secondary school, and objective have understand the view and experience of teacher and student regarding the use of technology in mathematics learning, and have quantitative basis. Have a step. Number 1 have a method survey of all students at both school, and have instrument questionnaire about the use of technology in mathematics learning, and have objective collection quantitative data about the extent to which technology influence student mathematics learning achievement, and have step number 3 data integration. In data integration have a qualitative and quantitative data analysis will be combined to provide a deeper understanding of the relationship between technology use and student mathematics achievement. And step number 4 is the conclusion. The research will provide an understanding of impact of using technology in mathematics learning in secondary school, and the result can be used to recommend change in mathematics learning approach. Um, uh, Apart from the make sure to get, please remember that Mixed-Method exploratory research design can be tail- tailored tailored to your research question and the school context your art study. Apart from that, make sure to get approval the school and follow the application research X in carry out this research. And number one, example of a triangulation research design. Mixed-Method triangulation research in school is approach that combines various types of data, qualitative and quantitative, to strengthen research finding. The following is an example of the triangulation research design in school. The research objective have a title to explore the factors that influence student adapted at the secondary school. Have a research type. Number one, qualitative basis. Have a method in-depth interview with teacher and parents and student. And have participant 10 teacher and 10 student. And have objective understanding their view and experience regarding study a related problem. And have uh, number two, quantitative basis. Have a method analysis of statistical data about student attended during one academic year, and have instrumental, daily, and unrelated data and qualitative data related to factors that have influenced attendance, and have objective, get a statistical picture student at that level and identify correlation factor. And number three, data integration. Have a qualitative data. Qualitative data is interview result, and quantitative data is attendance data and factor will be combined to provide a deeper understanding of a reason behind student attendance level. And the last conclusion. This research will be provide a more comprehensive understanding of the factor that influence student attendance level. Qualitative and quantitative feeding can be used to design and more effective intervention. In a mixed method, triangulation research design is important to ensure that the data from both research sites support X order and products and research understanding of the research topic. Additionally, user research X are followed and data is analysis careful to avoid bias. And the last, number three, Mixed-Method exploratory research design. The following is example and exploratory research design in school. have a title to explore the relationship between student participant in extracurricular program and their academic achievement in the middle school. Have a research type. Number one, quantitative basis. Have a method collects quantitative data using a survey of all students in school, and have an instrument survey about the student participant in extracurricular program and data on their academic grades, and have objective measure the level of student participant in extracurricular program and find the relationship between the academic achievement. Number two, qualitative basis. Have a method in-depth interview with a number of students who have high and low participant in extracurricular program, and have participant 5 students and from X group. Have objective understand and reason being student participant in extracurricular program and its impact on their academic performance. And have 3 data integration. Qualitative data from interview will be used to explain the finding from the quantitative data analysis rigor in the relationship between participants in extracurricular and academic achievement. And the last conclusion, these research will provide a deeper understanding of the relationship between student participants in extracurricular program and academic achievement, that the result can help the school development better policies regarding extracurricular and student achievement. The mixed method explanatory research design aim to provide and different understanding of how or why the relationship between certain variable occurs. There are allow research to combine the strengths of the quantitative and qualitative analysis to better answer research the question. Thank you.